Hello everyone, SJVago takes 2099 here, and today this is something different. This is basically just me ranting about Dragon Ball Super. This doesn't seem to make any sense to me, uh, because they're saying they're saying that it's 6 months after Majin Buu, yet 3.5 years before Battle of Gods, which I don't understand because that doesn't seem to make sense. And yeah, um, let me find it. Um, which is very strange because it doesn't even make sense where the timeline, because the end of Dragon Ball Z was 10 years after Kid Buu, so their timeline is either broken or something. I don't know. Um, and then um, yeah, their timeline is broken or something. I don't know. It's strange. And now they're saying, I just read that they're gonna have to have a small small time jump, which is strange. Beerus and yeah. Uh, I don't even know. I'm just not even know anymore. I always lose everything I'm going to say when I try and rant about something. Um, okay, because the episode is I don't even freaking get it. It says, will Dragon Ball Super have an early time jump? Um, and then they were saying, see, it says, reveals that the opening episode takes place 6 months after the final battle of Majin Buu. In comparison to Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, the movie takes place 4 years after the defeat of Majin Buu. In this movie, we see the awakening of Beerus and his introduction of the God of Destruction along with Whis. We've already seen that Beerus and Whis will be playing a major part in the series, along with another God of Destruction named Champa, which I guess is going to be the main villain of the series. Um, Beerus being a major part. One of the events of this series most likely have to take place after Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. The first episode definitely takes place just after Buu's defeat, but a whole 3.5 years before Battle of Gods, which is weird. As a result, it would make sense to see us get a time jump after this opening episode or two. This would give Dragon Ball Super a chance to set the tone of this new series and then jump to the time between Battle of Gods and the newest movie, Resurrection of F. Which is, what if they did that? Then Pan isn't even born yet after that, because if that's for Battle of Gods, which is 4 years after Buu, and then Resurrection of F is a year after that, then Pan would be almost one. Goten and Trunks would be almost teenagers. Well, Trunks would be a teenager, Goten would be 12, which is weird. And then they show them still as being little kids, which I really don't understand. Which I I don't know. I don't get it. Are they gonna keep Goten and Trunks forever as kids? Well, they show them as teenagers in the end of Dragon Ball Z. Uh, Goten is 17, Trunks is 18, because it's a 10-year gap between that and Kid Buu. So I'm trying to know where this timeline is landing. What a timeline is supposed to be at. Yeah, it's confusing. Are they having a timeline, a different timeline? Is this a new timeline? Is it off of Dragon Ball at all? Where is Toriyama going with this timeline seemingly going out of whack? I really don't know. um, And I know the series premieres Sunday, so I wonder if we'll get more information then after it actually premieres. If they'll have if it'll make more sense or less sense. I don't know. I'm curious. I'm curious to know where it's gonna go. If it's yeah in between somewhere. Um, because you would have Dragon Ball Super, and then you would have the end of DBZ, and it's like, where does that fit in the timeline, or is that like an off um, timeline, out of the timeline, somewhere else? They say that because Battle of Gods and Resurrection of F are supposed to be canon, so I'm wondering Dragon Ball Super will be canon or not, because it doesn't seem like it, even though it's 6 months after Boo, 3.5 years before Battle of Gods. So that's kind of confusing. Um, I guess before, so I guess that does make it before the movie. Um, I guess it uh, kind of makes sense. But it's kind of weird that they would set it in that timeline. I figured they would set it after Resurrection of F or something, and not like before Battle of Gods. No, how can they set it before Battle of Gods though? If Beerus is already awake, that doesn't make sense again. I just thought of that just now. If it's 6 months after Majin Buu, but 3.5 years before Battle of Gods, then how is Beerus awake? Beerus wasn't even awake until Battle of Gods. He was still sleeping for, his 100-year nap or whatever, or 50-year nap. But that doesn't make sense. That can't take place. That has to take place after Battle of Gods, not before, right? Because if it takes place, how the hell does that work? Beerus is already awake. Whis is there. A new villain is there. But we don't get Beerus awake until Battle of Gods. Which would make Battle of Gods, what? Non-canon then? Even though they said it's canon? That would ultimately make it non-canon? Or would... I think I just confused myself even more with that. That makes no sense. um, I don't know. I just brought up more questions to ask, where the timeline is, how it's gonna work, how Beerus can be awake already 6 months after Boo, even though it's 3 years before Battle of Gods and he wasn't even awake yet, because he woke up in Battle of Gods. And now I'm just ranting and I'm confusing myself even more how the hell that works for Dragon Ball Super. That Boo is alive. I mean Boo, not Boo, Beerus. Um, because then like I said, 10 years is after Kid Boo is the end of Dragon Ball Z. So Super is in between there, or it's off its own timeline. It's um, going somewhere else. Uh, because it's not even in that timeline. It's not even in the Dragon Ball timeline. It seems like it'd be somewhere else, off completely. Because I go back to that again. If it's 6 months after Majin Buu, yet 3.5 years before Battle of Gods, how is Beerus able to be in the show if he's not even awake yet until Battle of Gods? Which is then what happens with Battle of Gods? Does that become non-existent? Does it not have anything to do with it? Will they do that small time jump like it says here? Will Dragon Ball Super have an early time jump? I don't know if that would fix the timeline, if that would screw it up more. Um, because it makes no sense again if he's already awake. Um, I don't know. I just don't get it. I just I just don't understand. I think I just made my brain hurt more trying to think about this. Like, we'll have to wait till that episode appears on Sunday. Um, I probably won't be able to watch it, of course, because I don't know Japanese, so I wouldn't really understand what's going on. They don't know when they're gonna have subtitles or anything for it yet. Um, hopefully not long after. Um, I don't know. Does this even make any sense to anybody else, or am I the only one who feels out of place trying to, or am I just, babbling about nothing and kind of being stupid, trying to figure out where this is going and how it fits into the timeline, and why Trunks and Goten, and they were left out of Resurrection, I guess on purpose. I read that Gohan didn't tell them that Frieza was coming or something. Um, so they wouldn't do anything reckless because Goten looks like Goku and Trunks looks like future Trunks. So they weren't told about it or something that I read, which was strange. um, yeah, I don't freaking know. It was all confusing and it made me ask more questions. And I don't know if we'll have any questions answered with the first episode. Of course, the first episode is Goku's a farmer working while still trying to train because Chi Chi wanted him to get a job, so he ended up getting a job as a farmer. And because the synapses they read, they translated, why on earth, after the fierce fight with Majin Buu, Goku has been ordered by Chi-Chi to work in agriculture every day while he trains as well. On the other hand, Mr. Satan, Hercules, said to have saved Earth for a second time and has won the World Peace Prize, question mark, exclamation point. Which is different in, have you translated that? The official website for the series shares the steps translated by IB Times. Okay, and then V-Jump had, after defeating Majin Buu, life is peaceful once again. Ordered by Chi-Chi to earn money, Goku works even as he wants to train even more. Meanwhile, Goten, about to become a brother-in-law to Videl, sets out on a journey with Trunks to find her a present. Okay, now I read that, and then I read the actual, what they officially said the episode's gonna be, and they said Goten and Trunks are gonna be on their own little adventure while they're having a main story. So it's, I guess, Goten and Trunks are having their own side story. I don't know. It's weird. um, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I don't get that. They're gonna have their side adventure looking for a present. Um, oh, um, that's confusing. Hmm. uh, I don't know. Did I just confuse myself more? I think I did. Trying to figure out how that fits in. I don't know. Maybe somebody will comment and will know something more than I know about it. Um, yeah. Uh, I this. I guess this will end my ranting for Dragon Ball Super. I hope somebody can comment and understand and hopefully bring light what's actually happening and well maybe make more sense than I make sense or can figure it out more than I can figure it out. And, yeah. Thanks for letting me just ramble on and about this. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share. Definitely comment if you know more the information than I know, and if you can make more sense of it, or if it's just me, making it sound more complicated than it is. Um, it was fun. I was gonna do this yesterday, but I got distracted by J-Star Victories versus, oh, you know, yeah. Um, so yeah, later everybody. Peace out. Hopefully somebody can make sense of this. And yeah, see you next time, people. Bye.